So, hello people. Today's topic is precision rectifier. Precision rectifier. So, to understand precision rectifier, we have to understand rectifier first. What is a rectifier? A rectifier is a device like this, where we'll input something and we'll get an output. What kind of output? If our input is like a sinusoidal input, it has a negative portion and a positive portion. Our rectified output will be either this or like this. This is a full wave rectified output, full wave rectified output, and this is half wave rectified. So, what is in the rectifier circuit? We'll use a half wave rectifier to understand it. Suppose our circuit is like this. There is a diode, and we have a V in here, and we have a V in here and a V out here. Suppose our V in is like this, so our output will be, for this circuit, will be like this, and 0 voltage for the negative portion. This diode, because of this diode, the negative portion is zeroed out at the output. Okay, we can use several diodes to make a full wave rectifier, but that's not our point. Our point is, why do not we use what is the use of precision rectifier if we have the rectifier at the first place? Here the V in is considered as that it is greater than or it's greater than or equal to 0.7 volt. Why 0.7 volt? Because the threshold voltage of diode is 0.7 volt. Threshold voltage, what is threshold voltage? In a simple language, that if a signal has to pass through the diode, it has to be 0.7 volt or greater than, unless that the diode will not allow it to go through this portion, then the V0 will be 0. So if the V in is less than is 0.7 volt, then there will be a problem, because for the positive or negative input, the diode will not allow the input to pass through the V0, pass through this section, so the V0 will be always 0. If the V in is slightly greater than the 0.7 volt, then if the input is like this, then the output through the diode will be something like this, very distorted. It will be very distorted, and we don't want that, because in electronics we use very small voltages sometimes, and if we use a rectifier circuit as if we use a diode as a rectifier circuit, then there will be a distorted output, and we do not want that. That's why there comes help from the precision rectifier. So what is a precision rectifier? Precision rectifier is also a rectifier which gives us it can be a half wave rectifier, it can be a positive full wave rectifier. Precision rectifier is consisted of an op-amp. What kind of op-amp? Let's see our circuit like this. This is the inverting terminal, this is the non-inverting terminal. The non-inverting terminal is connected to the ground. This is like this. Let me draw the circuit first. Okay, this is R1 and this is our input. This is R1 and this is R2. Let's say that is D1. Here we know that the gain of op-amp, inverting op-amp, is AF is equal to minus R1 divided by R2. We want the gain to be equal to 1. That's why we want that R1 is equal to R2. For the precision rectifier, it is necessary for the R1 to be equal to R2. Okay. So, what is the operation of this circuit? Let's see the operation of this circuit. Let me delete it first. The voltage gain is clear for us now. Suppose our ground is deleted. Suppose our input is like this. We know that for the non-inverting op-amp, For the positive input, we'll get a negative output. We'll get a negative output, and for the negative input, we'll get a positive output. Let's say that this is A and this is B. For the section A, when the output is negative, the diode here D1 will be open. The diode will be open. The circuit will be like this. We'll use a demo here. This circuit will be like this. Other portion being constant. The circuit will be like this. Then the voltage at let's say that this node is N. The voltage at node N will be 0. Vn will be 0. Okay. For the negative input, there will be a positive output. For the positive output, this diode will be short circuited. Let's demo here. This will be a short circuit, and there will be no problem for the output to get through. So Vn will be equal to Vin, as the gain is 1. But there is a problem here. What problem? Let me delete the section first. Delete it. Okay, delete these two. Okay. When the input is positive, the output will be negative. Okay, the output will be negative. If the output is negative, the circuit will be like this, open for the diode D1. But here we can see that there is a path for the current to go through. Here, this is the path for the current to go through, and the current can go through, and we can have a voltage at Vn. But we do not want that. We do not want that the current go through this R1. That's why we use a second diode here. What is the second diode? Oh, where does this second diode situate? This is that second diode. Okay. Now what comes? We delete it first. Okay. When the input is high, the output is low. As the output is low, D1 is open. But here we can see that when the output is low, D2, it is D2. D2 becomes shorted. If the D2 becomes shorted, the circuit will look like this. It is like this, and this will be like this. As the D1 is open, the circuit will be look like this. Then there will be no current flowing through R1, and the current will flow through like this, through D2, as the D2 is shorted. This is mainly the and for the negative input, we will have a positive output. For a positive output, there will be no problem, because for the positive output, D1 will be shorted, and we'll have a output at Vn. So to summarize that, we use a wave diagram. Let's say this is our input. My handwriting is very bad. This is my input like this. We know that it is a inverting op-amp, so our output, for the negative output, will have a 0 voltage, and for a negative input, we'll have a positive output. So this will be like this. This is our rectified output. So a half wave rectified output. So what is the difference between the precision rectifier and the main normal rectifier? Here, as the op-amps, we know that the gain of open loop gain of op-amp is like 10 to the power 5. As the gain is very big, the voltage drop across D1 is very small in terms of the output, open loop output of the op-amp. So this voltage drop doesn't matter actually. That's why the D1, as the D1 is used to rectify the output, but the D1's 0.7 volts threshold voltage is not affecting the output, and this is the main reason we use precision rectifier as the rectifier for the small inputs smaller than the 0.7 volt threshold voltage of D1. Okay, this was the half wave precision rectifier. Now we'll use the full wave precision rectifier. Okay, let me first find a good spot. Okay, this is not a good spot, this is a good spot. Okay, so for the full wave precision rectifier, let me first draw the circuit. This is my positive input, a positive terminal. This is my negative terminal. Let me first draw it like this. My D1 is here, my D2 is here. Name them D1, D2. This was R2 and this is R1. We'll have an input here. Like this. This is Vin. Now we'll do something. We'll take it like this wire like this and connect it to a resistor and a resistor here, and we'll use here. We'll connect them with and to an inverting terminal of another op-amp like this. And we'll use feedback, obviously negative feedback. Okay, so this is R1, R2. We know that R1 should be equal to R2, and let's say that this is R, and let's say that this is R by 2 and this is R. There is a reason why we took something like this. See, here we can see that this portion is something is very common to us. It is a summing amplifier. What does the summing amplifier do? The summing amplifier sums up the current through every input. So let's say the current through is like we have to compare the currents through it. Okay, now why we kept here R2 and we here R1, we'll get to that. Let me zoom out for it. I can zoom out. Okay, so for our we should make something very okay, we'll examine the input and the output. For the positive input, here at node N we'll get 0 voltage, right? Obviously 0 voltage, so Vn becomes 0, and here for through this R we'll get positive input. Okay, so at this point we have 0 volt, and at this point we have positive input. So the summing amplifier sums up the result and gives us the negative output. The reason of R by 2 is not clear here because we are not considering the negative input. We'll consider the negative input and then we'll see what is the use of R by 2 here. Now when the input is negative, then our half wave rectifier is on. That means at Vn we'll get a positive output. Okay, and through this line or wire we'll get a negative input. Here we are having here we having positive input, and here we have negative input. As this is R by 2 and this is R, this voltage will be double, so it will be like this. For simplicity it will be like this, and it will be like this, 2, 1 and 1. This is the minus sign. The summing amplifier, because the two waves are not in same sign, that's why it will be subtracted, and the resultant voltage will be the positive output. As the positive output is connected to the negative inverting terminal of the op amp, the output will always will be negative. So for the full wave rectifier, if we draw the waveform, input and output will be like this. Here it's like this. This is the input V in, and for the V out we'll get something like this, always negative. And this is mainly use of precision rectifier, always negative. This is the main use of precision rectifier, and thank you everybody for joining us.